session, we are going to take a look at how to create geographic maps in Tableau. Specifically, we are going to look at two types of geographic maps. One is to create the geographic map based on the latitude and the longitude. The second type is, if you already know the geographic code in Tableau, we can actually create a map based on the Tableau geographic code. So now let's start. First, we will create a new sheet and we will call this Geographic Map 1. Oops, I actually meant 1 in here. Okay, so now let's load our data set for this geographic map. So we will again connect to our data set. And the first sheet we are going to use is the sales. So in this first geographic map, we'll be trying to visualize the total sales by their geographic location. So that's why we will need to merge the sales data with the geographic information data. So let's double click on the sales and then drag the geographic information next to the sales, and let's merge these two different sheets. So we are going to use the region to map with the location in the geo info. So now you see that when we match the region with the location in the geo information, our data sets are merged together. So now we can start our visualization. So before we move on to the visualization, I want to quickly show you how the data set looks like. So we already know about the sales data set, so it includes all the sales information for the 3 different regions. How about the geo info? So in this geo info data sheet, we have the 3 different regions. We also have the latitude and longitude of each region. So when we merge the 2 data set, for each record in the sales, it will also include the latitude and the longitude information of that sales record. So now let's go to the geographic map 1 to create our geographic map. So the first thing we will be doing is that we will be adding the longitude and latitude to our visualization. So we'll be dragging the longitude to the columns, and we're going to drag the latitude to the rows. And then you will see that this will automatically generate a map for us. And now what we want to do is that we're going to use the regions as our detail marks, so we can actually mark the 3 different regions in this map. So we can drag the region to the details. So now you will see that the map has been enlarged and the 3 different regions has been marked on this geographic map. So next, we can also use the region as our color mark, and this will give us the 3 regions in different colors. Now remember, our goal for the visualization is to see the total sales by geographic location. So we are of course going to include the total sales as in here as our size for the visualization. So we can drag the total sales, which is the total volume. So we're going to drag the total volume as the size mark in this visualization. So we can actually change the scale of the size so that the difference among the 3 different areas will be more obvious. So that's pretty much about the first way to create a geographic map. Of course, if you want, you can add more information into this visualization. For example, if you want to add the average price in your tooltip, then you can drag the average price to the tooltip. So when you move your mouse around each node in here, we can see not only the region, the latitude, the longitude, the total volume, but we can also see the average price. So by the way, we need to change the average price from sum to average. So now this looks correct. So play with the different measures and dimensions in here and see how that will affect your geographic map. The second type of geographic map is we can create a geographic map based on their geographic code in Tableau. So let me create a new sheet and rename it as Geographic Map 2. So in this example, we are going to use the sales by country data sheet. So let's load the data sheet first. So we can drag the sales by country data sheet to the tables area. So this is a very simple data set. I just listed a few different countries, which is included in the Tableau Geographic code, and I also included sales in each country. So let's see how can we visualize this in Tableau. So the second type is very straightforward. The first thing we will be doing is we will just drag the country to the field in here. This will already pull up all the countries we have in the data set. And as you can see, because we are using the geographic code that is set default in Tableau, so the names matches with the names in Tableau, that's why it can automatically recognize these countries and then identify them correctly on this geographic map. So now we can add the sales as the color mark, and let's do that. So if we put the sales as the color mark in here, now the magic time shows. So it's actually going to color each country based on their total sales and on a different color scale. So this looks pretty nifty, right? So you can try to create your own data set and then play with this geographic visualization function in Tableau.